So when I think of assets, thinking about Robert Kiyosaki, right? It's the things that put money in your pocket. But at the same
Yeah.
time, at the end of the day, it's also things that you can sell because at the end of the day, that can still make us money too. So I wrote down a few things on my list. So assets, stocks, property, crypto, land, cash, all of that is money, right?
Hmm.
Now, some people would be like, a car is an asset. It's a depreciating asset because
Yeah.
the value of a car depreciates, it goes down. But
Hmm.
it is an asset, right?
Hmm.
Some people may say a house is a liability, not an asset. But again, it can be sold and it
Yes.
appreciates. So it
Hmm.
could be an asset, especially if you decide to have rental properties, right?
Yes.
So now we get into the liability column. Simply debt, anything that takes money out of your pocket. So I'm thinking, you know, a car could be a liability on this side because you got car debt, right? Or maybe you
Hmm.
got a car that you really can't afford. It's a liability.
Hmm. That's
Or
true.
property that you can't keep up. That
Hmm.
could be a liability. Your student loans could be is a debt. So anything that under that umbrella can fall into that. Do y'all have anything to add to that?
I do on the fact that it's interesting because what I'm starting to see a lot now, and I'm glad that as I read, I start to learn how people use their liabilities to turn them into assets. I
Mm-hmm.
think we have an amazing opportunity in this day and in this day and time because you can put your car on, you know what I'm saying, like on different apps, Turo, right? So if somebody has a whip when they need your out. You can take that extra home, you know what I'm saying, and funnel that and do that differently, right? If you reach a certain tax bracket with the liabilities that you kind of do have, whether it's when you actually look at the tax law and how it's set up, like that depreciating asset might be an appreciating asset for you in the long run, depending on how you get your taxes done, right? And so, because if you're doing it on the business side, because Anton Daniels talks about this on his podcast. He talks about how the fact that like he rents where he lives, and then what I'm saying, his businesses he makes money off of those. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of those things, when you start calculating things, and you got different things on the podcast, a lot of them are write offs if you use it for a business standpoint. And that's why like the book I'm reading, Tax Free Wealth, is so powerful because it's like a lot of these things, like you're just not living your life like a business. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad Anton talks about marriage as a business. When you go into a marriage, you want to look at it, hey, can I be with this partner for a long time? And that starts to turn your liabilities into assets because the taxes are different when you're married. The taxes are different when you live your life as a business. The taxes are different when you hire your kid inside of your business. That's life changing. That's a huge tax break when you actually look at it. So if you're making that six figure, you getting over there, you know what I'm saying? You hire your kid on to do some work at the office. Like I didn't even realize this because I got adopted my junior year. And shout out to Miss Bonzak and her husband. They were just amazing people. But I used to work at the architecture firm, you know what I'm saying, on Saturdays. But the thing is, they could actually, they smart people. So low key, they was probably writing off all the money they was paying me because they was also taking care of me. I mean, why not? You know what I'm saying? So that was just something that kind of stuck out to me, brother. What you got, young investor?
Man, I was gonna say that's powerful because I didn't even know about that. That's very
Yeah.
powerful. And I was gonna say too, like you was talking about Tiro with the cars, like with the houses. You got Airbnb and you got all type of stuff. Like it's just crazy nowadays how easy it is. We got a lot of things at our disposal, and so I just wanted to add that in there.
Yeah, that intentionality is huge. So, Shawn, why should they care? Why do I
All
care
right.
about my net worth?
So why should you care about your net worth, right? Well, we said that it was a combination of your assets and your liabilities. So that means your net worth could be a positive or negative. Nobody wants a
Mm-hmm.
negative net worth because it
Exactly.
shows that you living in debt and you might not be as comfortable as you think you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you have some student loans, you got a debt on the house, you might have some medical bills, right? You got a bunch of debt. And
Mm-hmm.
then you have no stocks,